After the last 2 years of living at home through social distancing and lockdowns, my wife and I felt it was time to get away. We had a large amount of credit card points and we wanted to put them to good use. This is how we did that. One of the easiest airlines to transfer credit card points to is Emirates, and we found plenty of business class award space. We transferred 470,000 points for our flight from JFK to Male. However, since JFK is not our home airport, we took a positioning flight to reach JFK. Our positioning flight to JFK was delayed by 2 hours, which, if we hadn't planned for it, could have caused us to miss our flight to Dubai, since our positioning flight and award flight were booked under separate tickets. We originally scheduled a 7-hour layover before our flight to Dubai, so the 2-hour delay gave us plenty of time to enjoy the Escape Lounge at CBG. The Escape Lounge is a part of the American Express Global Lounge Collection, and American Express Platinum Card members get complimentary access to the Escape Lounge. The lounge was small, but the food options and the service more than made up for it. Along with the food came a fully stocked bar and a coffee machine with lots of options that were perfect for my mid-morning flight to JFK. Despite the delay, we still had enough time to check out the TWA Hotel. Opened in 2019, the TWA Hotel is housed in the old TWA terminal at JFK. The building was designed in 1962, and the renovations kept the decor true to that era. Rooms are available by the night or by the hour. Some rooms overlook the apron, giving views of aircraft movements, while some others face Terminal 5 or the parking lot. Each room has soundproof glass to provide some peace. The hotel also has a heated rooftop pool that has runway views. However, I chose to spend time in the king-size bed getting some rest ahead of our late-night departure. After a quick rest, it was time to head over to Terminal 4 and check in to our Emirates flight. Emirates made the check-in process extremely easy with dedicated check-in lines for business class passengers and for Skyward's Gold members. And we were able to easily upgrade the first leg of our trip to first class using 108,000 additional miles. Thanks to clear and pre-check, we were through security in under 4 minutes and made our way to the Centurion Lounge. Spread across 2 floors, the lounge includes plenty of seating, family rooms, an Equinox body lab, private workspaces, 2 bars, and a buffet. The food in the lounge is designed by famed New York chef Ignacio Matos. At the end of the bar in the lower level lies the Speakeasy, the 1850 bar. Modeled after a Prohibition-era speakeasy, the 1850 bar might be the coolest place in an airport to grab a drink. After grabbing some food and a couple of drinks, we made our way to the Emirates Lounge. The lounge was fairly large, open, and had lots of seating. Some flights are able to board their plane directly from the lounge. For our flight, we would have to board downstairs just below the lounge. The buffet had a wide variety of options, and there was a self-serve alcohol bar. I didn't try any of the food or the drinks the lounge had to offer because by this point of the night I was exhausted, and I also wanted to save some room for the food that I had coming up on our next flight. After boarding, the cabin crew came around to offer pre-departure drinks, hand out pajamas, and to go over Emirates' first class dine-on-demand options. At first glance upon entering the seat, you'll find a pop-up minibar, a lit vanity with various skincare items, and a writing kit. After a few minutes, the safety video was screened, and we were on our way to Dubai. Since Emirates' first class featured dine-on-demand, I opted to eat dinner before taking a nap. My meal started with a 2012 Dom Perignon paired with a canapé. My appetizer was caviar paired with a vodka shot. My main entree was the beef tenderloin, which was paired with a 2005 Saint Julien, and my dessert was the chocolate torte. While we wait for dinner, let's take a tour of the seat. Each seat has a reading light and individual air nozzles at the top and bottom of each seat. Buttons on the armrests allow you to open and close the door and to quickly position the seat for takeoff, dining, and for sleeping. Each first-class passenger is also given noise-canceling headphones to use with the entertainment system. The headphones are comfortable and do a decent job at blocking out cabin noise. The in-flight entertainment system is delivered through the 32-inch screen, which can be controlled by touch or with a tablet. The tablet can also be used in its dock or can be held. In addition to being a TV control device, you can also watch movies or view flight information on the tablet. Lastly, there's a remote control. We'll get back to the IFE in a second, because now it's time to eat. The caviar was excellent, and the service was first class. If needed, the cabin crew could also bring out additional accompaniments. The beef tenderloin was flavorful and overall really well. Also, the Saint Julien worked very well with the beef. The chocolate tort ended up being a great choice for dessert. But the star of the dessert was the Hennessy Parody. This cognac, which retails for over $1,000, is on offer for Emirates first-class passengers. After dinner, it was time to slip into the pajamas provided to first-class passengers and get some sleep. At the front of the first-class cabin lie the two shower spas. The shower spas provide plenty of space to change into the provided pajamas. The bathrooms are stocked with toiletries and equipped with a sink and small mirror, and of course, the shower. While I was changing, the flight crew converted my seat into a bed, complete with mattress topper, sheets, and a pillow. The bed was extremely comfortable, and I was able to easily sleep 6 hours on this flight. I woke up feeling fresh and rested and somewhere over Poland. Emirates' IFE system, called ICE, has a ton of options, with TV shows and movies that'll fit every taste. The entertainment catalog is conveniently sorted by genre and is accessible through the tablet, TV, or remote. With about 2 hours left in the flight, the cabin crew came to notify me that my scheduled shower spa booking was ready. I chose to shower 2 hours before landing so that I'd have enough time for a shower and breakfast. In the shower spa, you'll find soap, shampoo and conditioner, and lotion. The cabin crew also hands out amenity kits to first-class passengers, which includes a shaving kit, dental kit, lotion, and cologne. Passengers have 30 minutes of use in the shower spa to get changed, refreshed, and ready for their destination. The shower itself is pretty large for this all to be inside of an airplane. Each passenger has 5 minutes of hot water to use during their shower spa reservation. There's a color-coded gauge in the shower to help you keep track of how much time you have. And the floors are heated to greet your feet after your shower. After getting changed, it was time to head back to my seat for breakfast. On the way, I stopped by the first-class bar located just outside of the spa suite to pick up a drink. When I got back to my seat, the cabin crew had breakfast waiting for me. The fresh fruit was good, and the omelet was surprisingly good for an airplane. One quick note about seat selection. When traveling with a companion, it's best to choose the two center seats. You can lower the partition and have a conversation with the person sitting next to you. But if you prefer to have a bit more isolation, you can choose the window seats. After a few more minutes, we landed in Dubai, and we had a 6-hour layover ahead of us. One of the perks of flying first class with Emirates is having a personal escort through the airport. The escort helped us navigate the airport and took us to the business class lounge in Terminal B, since our next flight was going to be in business class. The business class lounge in Concourse B is located on the second floor, just above the departure gates. The lounge had a ton of seating options ranging from quiet rooms to areas meant for socializing, and it had enough food to last you for any length of layover. We passed the time in a quiet nook near the Moet and Chandon bar at the back of the business class lounge. The seating was wide open, and the staff would come over to your table with bottomless champagne. The staff would even bring over fruit and dessert. After what felt like a few minutes, we made our way to the sea gates to board our flight to the Maldives. Business class seating is arranged in a 2-3-2 layout and split between two sections behind first class. We sat in the forward section with just 14 business class seats. Each seat has an adjustable reading light and seat controls on the armrest and rear of the seat. Sitting in the bulkhead row placed the main IFE screen out of reach, but the business class seats were also equipped with a tablet that would control the IFE screen. The remote control was also available. After a warm towel and a welcome drink, we pushed back from the gate and took off toward the Maldives. After having been awake for the past 12 hours, I wasted no time in setting up my seat for sleep and getting as much rest as I could. I managed to get a few hours of sleep before the cabin crew wakes me for breakfast. Unlike when seating in first, business class passengers aren't able to dine on demand. Breakfast service started about an hour from landing, and as breakfast was wrapping up, the islands below came into view. Just a few minutes later, we were on the ground in Malé and ready to start 7 days in the Maldives. Seven days flew by, and we were on our way to Malé to fly first class back to Dubai. After getting through security, we settled in at the Lili Lounge. The Lili Lounge is a common access lounge available to premium ticketed passengers. Prior to check-in, I transferred 48,000 points to Emirates to cover the upgrade to first class. Announcements in the lounge informed us when we needed to head down to the bus to board the plane. First class seating in Emirates' Boeing 777 are almost identical to the first class seats on the A380. While the seat may not have been game-changing, the food and cabin service were still excellent, and it wasn't long before we landed in Dubai where a chauffeur was waiting for us. For layovers longer than 10 hours, Emirates offers the complimentary Dubai Connect service. Emirates will arrange a car service to shuttle you to and from a hotel that Emirates also pays for. You aren't able to choose which hotel to stay in, but Emirates provides stays at the Copthorne, Le Méridien, and JW Marriott. The JW Marriott was located on the Dubai Canal about 2 miles from the Burj Khalifa. Keep in mind that with Dubai Connect you are transiting Dubai. That means your checked luggage remains checked in and you only have access to what you carried with you. Overall, the room was quiet, comfortable, and spacious for this quick stopover. The stay also included free breakfast, but our pickup in the morning was too early to enjoy it. Thankfully, we upgraded the last leg of our trip to first class the night before and could enjoy breakfast at the full-service restaurant in the first class lounge. Up until this point, the business class lounge had been the largest lounge I had ever seen, but this first class lounge was even larger, with its own spa, mall, and wine store. We had a few minutes to settle into the lounge between breakfast and boarding, but we wouldn't have to walk far to board as boarding was done from the lounge. Once clear of secondary security, we were back on board toward JFK. We again chose the middle suites with me in Suite 1E, but since this flight was not full, the cabin crew let me try out one of the window suites for takeoff. After hitting the pre-flight checklist of pre-departure beverage, pajamas, and safety video, we were soon in the air headed to JFK. One feature of Emirates A380 that I did not try on the first leg was the onboard bar located behind the business class cabin. The bar is open to business and first class passengers and provides drinks and light snacks. So in total, we paid 734,000 points for a round-trip fare between JFK and Male. The points we used came from a variety of credit cards, but primarily three: the Emirates Skywards Premium World Elite MasterCard, the American Express Platinum Card, and the Capital One Venture X card. The points were earned by meeting sign-up bonus requirements and just our normal daily spend. Each bank made it very easy to transfer over to Emirates with a 1-to-1 conversion ratio. We only transferred our points over to Emirates after confirming Emirates had business class availability, and we based our travel dates around Emirates' open availability. And that's how we booked round-trip JFK to Male on points. Thanks for watching.